All right, so you've got questions about the iPhone X, huh? Looks like you want to get past, like, just the basic stuff, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's where we come in today.
We're going deep.
We're diving into this iconic phone,
Yeah.
covering all your questions from, like, the really specific ones.
Like, how big is it really?
Yeah, we got a ton about the size.
Yeah.
And then all the way to,
Will the battery explode?
exploding batteries. Don't worry, we'll separate the fact from fiction on that one. But, yeah, let's start with the size. We've got questions about the height, width, length, screen size. It's like you want to hold it in your hand.
It's funny, right? Because even all these years later, it's those tangible aspects that help people visualize it. Like, can I picture it in my pocket? Will it fit in my case?
Yeah, will it fit in my hand?
Right, exactly.
Let's give them the numbers first, and then we can talk about, like, what they mean.
Sounds good.
All right, so the iPhone X is 143.6 millimeters tall, 70.9 millimeters wide, and a surprisingly slim 7.7 millimeters thick.
Oh, wow.
It's thin.
Yeah, for its time.
That was a
super thin.
And that sleek design houses a 5.8-inch screen.
Right, and speaking of the screen, remember all the hype around Retina display.
Yeah.
The iPhone X has a resolution of 2436 by 1125 pixels, which for its time was a huge leap forward in display tech.
Everything looks so crisp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Compared to like what came before.
Yeah, so that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the operating system.
The brains behind the beauty.
I've got a question about that. So which operating system did the iPhone X come with?
Of course. It came preloaded with iOS 11, which back in 2017 was like Apple's latest and greatest. It wasn't just like a visual refresh. Either iOS 11 introduced ARKit, which laid the foundation for augmented reality experiences on iPhones and really pushed the boundaries of what we could do with our smartphones.
ARKit. Wow. I remember when that came out.
It seems so futuristic.
It did. It seemed so futuristic then, and now it's everywhere.
It's wild, right?
It really is. Speaking of changes, let's talk about SIM cards and factory resets.
Yeah, those,
I swear everybody has a story about fumbling with those tiny cards or needing to wipe their phone clean to start over.
Oh, absolutely. So for the SIM card, the best advice I can give is to reach out to your carrier directly. They're the experts on compatibility, and they can provide the correct size SIM card for your phone or help you troubleshoot any issues you might be having.
And what about resetting the iPhone X?
If you ever need to start fresh, you're going to go to Settings, then General, then Transfer or Reset iPhone, and finally choose Erase All Content and Settings. But remember, this wipes everything.
Everything.
So back up your data first.
All right, so let's address the big concerns now.
Okay.
IMEI numbers and exploding batteries.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I'm sure we've all heard those horror stories. So first, what is an IMEI number?
An IMEI number is essentially a fingerprint for your phone. It's a unique 15-digit code that identifies your specific device.
Okay.
And it's crucial for security and tracking in case your phone is lost or stolen.
So it's important.
It is.
All right, and about those batteries, is it true that they can actually explode?
It's incredibly rare, but yes, any lithium-ion battery has the potential to overheat and become dangerous. Now, before you panic, this almost always occurs because of damage to the battery itself, exposure to extreme temperatures, or using an incompatible charger.
So like leaving your phone in a hot car.
Yeah, or like out in the freezing cold. The key takeaway here is to treat your phone with care, use the proper accessories, and try to avoid leaving it in direct sunlight or in freezing conditions.
Got it. So common sense and a little TLC go a long way.
Exactly.
Good to know. Before we wrap up, let's talk about storage. How much space did the iPhone X offer?
The iPhone X came in two storage options, a 64GB model and a 256GB model, which, back then wasn't too shabby.
Especially considering the average app size back then.
Exactly.
Like,
much smaller.
It's amazing how far smartphone technology has come.
I know.
Features that seemed revolutionary on the iPhone X are now commonplace, even on like budget-friendly phones.
I know, right?
It makes you wonder what we'll be reminiscing about in a few years.
I know, like holographic displays or phones that fold into our pockets.
Something to ponder.
Definitely.
All right, well, that's our deep dive on the iPhone X. Thanks for listening.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.